Hi guys, it's me again. Trying to set this thing up so you guys can see what I just recorded a little while ago. Gotta go to the play and the big picture. And of course it's freaking upside down. Hi. Sorry. I suck at this. I'm doing the best I can. I am not a tech wizard. I am not. I'm just really rigged up here, guys. Okay, so. Oh, shit. There we go. Okay, so. Mother corkscrew, please get in there. Okay, so shoot. That's about as good as I can do. Now I need to block it up with something. Damn. Something bigger. Hold on, you guys. I'll figure this crap out. Don't worry. How's that? Do we have any picture? Okay, so that's about as close as I can get to being normal without screwing it up again. Don't pop off, please. Okay, so I started recording when I got home from work. And if you look at these white things up here on the ceiling, those white strips, those are actually pieces of paper that I taped to long pieces of clear plastic, like cellophane tape, just to prove that there's no breeze going through this room. I have no central air or heat. I think I've mentioned that before. So I'll just let you look at it, and if anybody has any kind of explanation, I would be so grateful. I actually took one of my videos, or a couple of videos, to a friend of mine who's a master electrician, hoping kind of that he would tell me that this was some kind of static discharge I was experiencing. But he assures me that it is not. And the very first thing he said to me was, those are ghosts. So I don't know what to say. I have been told that I attract them, but now I think that I have a portal. I'm like almost absolutely positive that I have a portal. Later on in the video, you will see me going into the room and actually conversing with these energies and asking them to do certain things for me, where I'm pointing, can you come through this wall or go into this wall? Can you come from the ceiling or go into the ceiling? I asked them to move the tape, but they can't do that. So let's just watch and see what happens. Some of this is actually astounding. I am amazed. I'm beyond words. I've just never seen anything like this in my life. I have to apologize for the poor quality. I use Genie infrared cameras. It's actually part of a home security system, and it was through these. Oh wow, look at that! That's, oh god, so amazing. It's actually through these cameras that I'm able to capture this stuff, and then it shoots straight into my phone, which is my monitor. And I'm just blown away. And it records straight to my phone, and then I shoot it. Oh, have you ever seen anything like that? There's hundreds, just hundreds. Oh, so anyways, I was telling you that's the reason for the poor quality. If there are any true paranormal investigators out there who are interested in helping me find out what's going on here, just know that it's everywhere I go. Everywhere. They go with me. Yeah, they go with me. But I honestly believe that this room is some sort of portal. There's just so many of them. A little back history of this house: it is a small 2 bedroom, 1 bath. Um, I guess it's a box house, and it was built in the 1940s. It sits on a farmstead that was established before the 1940s. It's surrounded by a well, there's a city park, like tennis and baseball field behind me. Directly behind me is somebody's yard, and in front of me it's all woods and meadows and fields and stuff. The house actually sits down in a gully. Oh, that was cool. 3 at a time. I have never seen that either. I'm seeing things that I haven't even seen before today. It has stepped up. I feel like this is all coming to some sort of compilation. There's something's going to happen. Something is gearing up. This is really stepping up here lately. I do not have. Oh, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Um, I do not have any activity as far as physical activity. Right now, it is entirely um, light manifestations by the uh, hundreds, just hundreds. I'm just going to run this all the way until it runs out. It's going to go long, but I promise you, it never stops. This never stops, and it's crazy. By the way, I did just clean out this room and reorganize it, and maybe that's the reason that it's amped up quite a bit. I just don't know. I don't know how to edit, or I would make I would make it better. I just don't know how to do that. Maybe if I brought it in closer, a little closer, is that better? I didn't even see all this the first time I watched this tape because I record for a little while and then I go back and I look at what I've recorded. If you look closely, they come from all different directions. My favorites are the ones that, like comets, where they've got that long vapor trail behind them. Those are the most fun to watch. It's of note that the tape that's hanging from the ceiling that's actually holding those paper strips up, there are no bugs on it. So these are not bugs. There's no dust either. It's completely clear, and they've been hanging up since last night. Wow. So I just am at a complete loss for an explanation. I want to look at this. I want to look at this from a more scientific perspective. See those with vapor trails? There's no way that could be dust or a bug. As soon as we get to the part where I go into the room and sit at the desk and talk to them, you'll see exactly what I mean. Some of these are so big that they actually set off the motion detectors on my cameras. My cat doesn't even set off the motion detectors unless she's directly in front of the camera. And if you don't believe that this is really happening in my home, you go ahead and send me a message and I'll come and get you. You come to me. I'll show you. If you're a true paranormal investigator, I'd be happy to prove this. I could come to you. I told you they go with me every place I go. I went and saw a psychic 2 weeks ago. And as we were sitting in her office and talking, I was explaining these things and told this is why I wanted to come and see her to find out what is going on. And she was asking me, do I see them often? I said, they're always with me. And I took out this phone that I'm using right now as my monitor. And she turned down the lights in the office. I was able to videotape. There's the ones with the streamers. I love those comets. I was able to videotape 4 of them in the very short time that I had, shot video in her office. She said they were orbs. I'm some kind of magnet. I really just want to know, is there anybody else at all out there that has this too, that can do this also, that they also follow like this? I just can't be the only one. Also, bugs don't blink when they fly. They don't blink. I'm going to try and adjust this to see where we're at on the timer. So we're quite a ways into it. It's also worthy to note that occasionally you will see a bar of light that will shoot across the room, which is, it's so bright. It's almost like a super fast moving column, and it is ultra bright. So far as I know, they're completely harmless, and they do, very rarely do they crash into me. They do, and I don't feel it. So they don't hurt anybody in any way. They don't hurt my cat. Again, I would like to mention that there is zero breeze in this room. You can see that from the tape. The pieces of paper suspended by the cellophane tape from the ceilings. There's 3 of them, although there's only 2. You can make out those white bars. Those are actually strips of paper that I stuck to the tape. But even when there is a fan going, which I love my fans, so I'm chronically and always using them whenever I'm sleeping in my room, which is the living room. I don't sleep in my bedroom. It does not phase them on their flight patterns. It does absolutely nothing to phase them. They just continue about their merry way. Seems to be a lull in activity. I didn't actually watch this part all the way through. Right here. If you know anybody who is interested in this kind of activity, please get them to watch the videos that I post at least once a day, sometimes more. I'm really, really looking for answers here. I only became aware of orbs. I mean, I've heard of them before, but I did not know they were around me until I began having issues with the house that I owned up until March. And I called in. Actually, 3 times that house was paranormally investigated professionally. And although I appreciated the first crew that came through, I didn't feel satisfied with what they were doing or what they had done. And so I called a different paranormal group. And when they came through, I actually had them assess. There's that blinking light. I actually had them assess my home while I was at work. I just left them a key, and I'd never met these people before. But I mean, if you're going to let them in your home, then you're going to have to, there's got to be some kind of trust. So they went in while I was at work, so as not to be influenced by me in any way, and inspected the home. And I was told that the lead paranormal investigator on the initial assessment in the front room of that house was growled at and did not like that front room, which I had turned into a dining room, a formal dining room. And it was a massive house, 3 levels, just huge, giant house. Way too much house for one person. And then when they actually came through and investigated, they brought all the bells and whistles. And I knew that there was some sort of very bad influence in the house. And I mean, everything was confirmed. They never actually caught apparitions, but they did. Finally, about 4 o'clock in the morning, I had to go and lay down. I just couldn't stay up that late. And it seemed like just as soon as my head hit the pillow, they were up there asking me if I was okay, and showed me a video of an orb floating down from the ceiling and hovering over me. And that was the first time that I ever knew I had orbs around me. And they caught lots and lots of orbs. But I thought that when I left that house, I actually escaped that house. It became unbearably bad. There was, I'll just say it, there was a demonic influence there. And it began seriously attacking me. I was scratched across my chest one time. I caught an EVP of something growling in answer. And the channels would change chronically. The TV would turn on and off. Let's see, there were noises. I was positive I was being watched. There was a disembodied voice. People who would stay at my house would be dead. 2 times it happened. Each one 2 weeks after they had last stayed with me. When I moved in the house initially, my sister died a couple of weeks after I bought the house, or after I moved into the house. I lived in it before I bought it. And something was trying to influence me to commit suicide. And that's not my nature at all. So there was my dog. I ended up having to give my dog away because he would hide under the dresser. He would bark at nothing. He was terrified. I mean, it just, believe me, it got really bad. It's indescribable how bad things can get and how accustomed you get to it, how much you're willing to overlook. And just before I had abandoned that house, and I did abandon it, told you I felt like I escaped it. I was standing on my front porch and just putting the key in the door to go inside. At this point, the house had become extremely uncomfortable. And from behind me, I heard somebody say, "Boo." And I'm not normally frightened by things, but I knew this to be a very bad influence. Um, so I just locked the house up and went and got my friend and made him come over and stay the night. Um, I did find a couple of, oh, that was great. Wow. Oh, that's me. No? Oh, well, I didn't turn that light on. Did I? Huh. Didn't I didn't know that happened in there. Why is that light on? Okay. That's weird because I didn't turn that light on. I was in the kitchen cooking dinner or in the living room, something. Okay. I'm slightly taken aback. Wow. How did I not notice that the light had come on? Okay, this is a little trippy. Uh, really? I mean, freaking really? See, the only time I turn the light on is when I go in that room and I turn it off immediately after I leave. There's no reason to have a light on in that room if I'm not looking for some kind of tool or part or supply. I'm a contractor. I rehab rental properties. That's why you see all that crap around. Uh, what the fuck is really going on here? Oh, okay. Parent. Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay. I did it. I did it. Oh, good. Oh, that scared me. I did it so I could look at the tapes to see if there was anything on them. Why did I do that? Okay, there we go. That's better. Whoo! Scared myself there, guys. Whoo! Now they're just, well, obviously, you don't need a play-by-play. I know this one is going long, and I apologize. I did just want you to see this amped up activity, and eventually, I may have to. I may bump it up some till we can get to the part where I'm in the room because you don't need to see all this. You've already seen a lot of activity. So let me see if I can manipulate this video forward. Bear with me. I'm looking at it upside down, trying to get to the part where I'm in it and you can see what's going on, but it's hard to tell, excuse me, where that happened. Let's try moving it up again. I can't see this one. It's upside down. Okay, I'm still not there. Bump it up some more. Definitely getting closer to the end of the video. It's so much more impressive when you're sitting in the room and you're looking at it on your monitor and you're looking around, you cannot see anything. Okay, I'm going to bump it up again. Let's get to the good stuff. How about that? And I swear to you, if this thing went off, no, I was watching it. I was sitting in there watching it myself. So I know I'm in there somewhere towards the end. Another interesting point is that I have a camera that points out from my kitchen to my front porch, which it doesn't do very well at night. It has a reflective quality that you're basically looking at the lens in the glass, but you can still see the porch from the outside parts of it anyways. It has been catching light streaks outside, which I cannot confirm or disconfirm that those are not insects. That I did catch something weird, and I would be happy to show you a picture of that in a few minutes. I'm going to leave the room for a moment and I'll be back. Hey, kitten. What are you doing? Oh, Peter, Paul, and Mary, it's taking too long. Okay, I'm going to bump it up some more. Get off the table. Stop being a pest. Why? Why? Just tell me why. Why is it with cats that as soon as you tell them they can't do something, they do it immediately? I don't know where I am. And I know I was on there because I was looking at it. But for compensation, I'll tell you guys what. We're going to go to a live view. And then I will go in that room and sit there for a few minutes and show you what I mean. Because I'm not seeing myself on here like at all. Not at all. I don't know where I went. Okay, so we're going to go to the live view. And for that, I'm going to have to turn this thing. And I hope you'll still be able to see it. I was kind of scared it would do that. Let's see. Not going to work at all. Okay, so we're going to go to record. Go back. Oops. Okay, so is it the live view? Yeah, okay, that's the live view, and then we'll go like that. Now I'll try turning it again without messing it up too bad, I hope. I'm sorry, you guys. I just am such a retard with this stuff. It's incredible. I'm using this gadget that I bought from Walmart. This is seriously the most unsophisticated way to do this. I'm sorry. So if I could tilt it up some, would that help? Okay, that looks, pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. So it's showing 22:20, which is 10:20, and that's what the clock has on it right now. And so I'm going in the room, and we'll see if we can get my friends to kick it up a little bit. More than likely, the cat will join me. Can't stand for me to go someplace where she's not with me. You guys help me out, please. And try coming out of that wall. Hi, guys. A little bit. You can see right now the line of line. You guys help me out, please. And try coming out of that wall. A little bit. You can see right now the line of line. Try coming from the ceiling. And maybe please try coming from the ceiling. No. 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 Oh. No. 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 Ow! Really? Look, why did? Ow! Okay, so don't bite. Don't bite. I don't know if you guys saw anything, but I can't see. Blind. No. No. Oh! No. 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 So I don't know if you guys saw anything or not, but I went in there and did my thing. No. And with that, this is getting long, and I want you to be able to watch it and enjoy it. So I'm going to cut it off now. Thank you so much for watching this, and I promise you that I will upload again tomorrow, probably. So you guys have a great night. Bye. Oh, don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you. Bye-bye. Well, let me end. Oh, told y'all I'm retarded. There we go. And end.